I wrote quite a few pages just trying to heal this area of like my inner confidence. I'm walking away from what's no longer serving me, and I'm walking towards what it is that I actually want and what is actually me. So today is August 30th, 11:22 a.m. And guess what day it is? It's the full moon, and not just any full moon, it's the blue moon. So I woke up and just chilling, getting myself right at first. And I didn't record it, but I just journaled a lot, like a lot. And I did a tarot reading and an oracle reading and an affirmation reading and another oracle deck reading. So I got a lot going on up in here. A lot that I'm, trying to manifest. But I tried a different approach this time. Usually I like write down exactly what I want, and I know that like one manifestation tool is writing as if you already have it, or writing from a point of gratitude, like I'm so grateful that I have this blank or whatever. But I don't know, lately I've been trying to surrender a lot of control around what it is that my life looks like, around what the outcome is, because I realize now that like a lot of what I want is more of a feeling. I've been trying so hard to figure out, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? And I think that the truth is that I'll know it when I feel it. So I was a lot less specific this time. And that's why I used all of those cards, and I asked, what was the blue moon bringing in for me? Rather than saying, hey, blue moon, bring me this. And I mean, like, one of the things that I said is that I know that the universe knows my heart's desire. So that's the other thing, is like, it's not even that I need to get so specific in the nitty-gritty details of what it is that I want, because I also know that spirit, the universe, whatever you refer to them, it as, that they already know what you want and they already know what you need. And I spent so much time, especially recently with, leaving grad school early and everything that happened there, that I saw what my life looked like when I chased after what I thought I wanted, and I wasn't happy. And so I just feel like, as much as it pains me to say this, that I know a part of that lesson was realizing that like I don't have to control everything. I don't. And I know that control is a hard thing for everybody. And I think in this case, like I am getting much more comfortable with sitting in confusion, getting much more comfortable trusting that God, the universe, whomever knows what I want my life to look like, and that they want the same things for me. A common affirmation that I say to myself is, my desires desire me. And so while I'm still in the process of figuring out exactly what I want, and I know that like for some purposes of manifestation, you do kind of need to know what you want. And there's definitely times where it's good to be clear about your intention. But I think that, especially with me, like I'm a generator. If you're into human design, you can find out your energy type. And one of the things that they say for manifesting for me is that like I'm supposed to attract things into my aura. And I found that I spent a lot of time in my masculine energy and chasing after what I thought that I wanted. And like even saying chasing, like I'm like, that's not a good word to use, but it's the truth. And whenever you're chasing something, it's always going to be running away from you instead of sitting and waiting for it to meet you where you are. I felt like for so long I was swimming against the tide, which is how I ended up so tired and burnt out and needing to drop everything that I had put together in my life. And I am still recovering from that burnout. So I also know that I'm not necessarily exactly in the right place to start something new. But I do also know that like I have this clean slate, this fresh start. And it's definitely time for this new beginning. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what this blue moon brings in for me. I mean, I kind of have an idea since I wrote it down from my cards. I guess I can share that with you. Since I wore my hair out yesterday, I just put the bun on top. But it kind of needs some time to shake out and fall. So don't mind my hair while it's doing whatever. But I wrote quite a few pages for my entry. I'm not gonna get too specific about what it is that I wrote. This is gonna annoy me. Let's see. Whatever. But I can't say what cards I pulled. For my tarot deck, I pulled the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and my solar plexus card. And then on the bottom was the Eight of Cups. So here's what I wrote down. I know everybody reads cards differently, does whatever differently, so don't, I guess, take what it is that I did exactly too seriously. I know everybody's open to their own interpretation, but this was the interpretation that I got. So whenever I pull cards and I decide to write them in my journal, I don't just write the names of the cards. I try to read the blurbs about the card and write what I feel like is resonating right now. Because obviously, like, you could have like a whole paragraph or multiple pages for a card, but like, depending on what's going on in your life, I would say that it means something different each time. So here's what I wrote this time around for what these cards meant for me. The Seven of Pentacles, I wrote patience and planning, good things come to those who wait, and reevaluating your goals. Then for the solar plexus card, I wrote psychic reception area, inner feeling, clairsentience, beware of any energy drainers, classes and workshops for empowerment, yoga, dance, movement, breath work. Then for the Seven of Wands, I put stand your ground, maybe fierce competition, but I have the strength and inner courage to stay true to my core values, maintain my health. And then for the Eight of Cups on the bottom, I wrote moving away from what is familiar in search of new horizons and beginnings, pause, reflect, heal, schedule alone time to commune with soul, and restore power and energy levels to move forward positively. 8 represents infinity, passion, control, power, find courage and strength to continue my journey. And kind of the way that collectively I interpreted this was that, like, they do want me to plan a little bit about what it is, but not in the same way of like, this is exactly what I want. They want me to reevaluate what it is that I actually want. A lot of the things that I wanted a year ago are things that I wouldn't even want now. And so the main thing that like was part of what they were saying was, for the part about reevaluating your goals, is think about what things you actually want versus what things you kind of were taking on from other people. Like, do I actually want these things, or does TikTok make me think I want this, or does my mom make me think I want this, or does my girlfriend make me think I want this? Things like that. So I don't think it was like reevaluate my goals as in like, girl, you can't hit that. It was more like, what things do I actually want to focus on? So I feel like that was a pretty main one for the Seven of Pentacles. For the Seven of Wands, when they were talking about stand your ground, fierce competition, inner strength, courage, I think this kind of ties in with the solar plexus thing. I've been working to heal my solar plexus chakra for probably the past year and some change. Obviously, I'm constantly working on all my chakras, but I mean, like, I've been more so intensely focusing on that because in therapy I've been working a lot on, you know, my self-love, my self-worth, and, you know, I've started incorporating more affirmations and gratitude, etc. So I'm really just trying to heal this area of like my inner confidence. And one of the things that I was reading about was like integrity, and when you do things that are against your integrity, you know, it kind of splits up parts of you. And I started going into this stuff about soul fracturing. I could make a video about that if anybody was interested in that. But yeah, basically, I just feel like I'm putting myself back together. I, you know, definitely went against my integrity a few times in my job or relationships, friendships. And I'm really starting to get back to what it is that Sierra wants, what it is that I care about. And, you know, they say like when you build up your confidence yourself, that's not something that anybody else can take from you. You know, if you're only relying on your own thoughts and feelings as well, then like your confidence can never really be shaken because you're confident in yourself and you're not relying on external validation for that. So I really think they just want me to continue focusing on raising my self-esteem and my confidence. So that's kind of what I got. I guess for the competition part, I was thinking more about like the content creating But also other things like spiritually, I think like it's not like negative competition or anything like that. I think it's more so like, I am strong enough to do this. I can have whatever I want, but it is going to take hard work. It's not just going to be like, all right, you got it. And I mean, obviously, there's a lot of content creators out there. So, yeah, it's not going to just, well, let me not say that. There's a lot of competition out there, and I know I can be successful, but I have to stay strong and courageous. And I know that even sometimes when I'm watching other people's content, I have a lot of these like, let me not say a lot. I have a few thoughts come up at times that make me feel insecure about the content that I'm making or putting out. But comparison is the thief of joy, as everyone knows. So I think the main thing is that like I have to stop comparing myself to other people. And obviously some days are easier than others. I don't think I wake up every day and compare myself to other people. But when your job is social media and you're also constantly consuming social media, it's definitely something that happens. But also they wanted me to maintain my health and vitality. So I definitely agree that that's important. I don't want to take on toxic things mentally or physically. And then moving away from what is familiar in search of new horizons for that Eight of Cups. I think that one's pretty obvious. I literally just moved to a new coast and to a new house. So I definitely feel the whole new beginnings thing. So with that being like the bottom of the deck energy, I think like the bottom of the deck, like I see it as like the collective energy of the reading. And so like I'm walking away from what's no longer serving me, and I'm walking towards what it is that I actually want and what is actually me. And that does feel really nice. In one of my oracle decks, I got endings, abundance, and opportunity. I'm not going to go too much into detail about that, but the point is that things have ended in my life, and I am starting this new clean slate. And they're saying like I have a lot of opportunities now because the ground is fertile and fresh, and there's a lot of abundance coming my way, a lot of blessings, because I've also made a lot of meaningful sacrifices. I let go of a lot of things. I threw out so much stuff for moving. I let go of the things that I had tied to my job. I applied for an internship that was still kind of in my field, even though I wasn't really sure that I wanted to go back to work right away, especially right after finishing my master's degree when I was originally getting a PhD. And so I was like, I don't even know if I want to keep doing science. I don't even know how I feel about research right now, and I still applied anyway. And I was sad when I didn't get it, because I didn't get it. But I mean, like, it was a really big internship, so she let me know. She really emphasized and let me know that a lot of people applied, and it was really competitive. Not that I need that disclaimer. It could have been one person versus me, and I still saw it as rejection, as divine redirection. So I was already feeling hesitant about it, and I still applied anyway, even though I felt like this voice that was like, no, I'm burnt out, I'm tired, and I didn't get it. So obviously I wasn't meant to have it. So I think the opportunity card, they were also talking about like taking the opportunities that you actually want. And I think that was a major takeaway for me. I've got this new beginning. There's so many things coming my way, but that doesn't mean I have to say yes to everything. And I've read like an analogy before, or heard, maybe it was in a video, that like for generators, it's like being at a buffet. Yeah, you could attract everything, you could have everything, but that doesn't mean that you should eat everything that's on the table. So yeah, I get things sent my way, like internship like that, but it doesn't mean that I need to say yes to everything. And feeling powerful in my no is definitely something that I'm working on. I've been really indecisive in the past, and that's definitely something I've been working on. So being really confident behind my yes and no and what I want, I want to empower myself with that energy. So I definitely think that that is something that the blue moon, I guess, is bringing on to me, which is nice. And then pulled some other cards. They don't really matter that much. I mean, I guess they matter in the sense of me. They were saying like I have to balance the paradox of evolution and perfection, meaning that like, yes, I'm constantly working on myself, but also I should constantly be loving myself as I am. They said I was a divine rebel and make love more important than fear, and that I'm here to show others the loving truth, and that other people can change their lives around as well. And I mean, that's like one of the main goals of my content creating. I want to show people that, you know, number one, you can manifest anything that you want. Right now, I'm trying to manifest this. And number two, that no matter what your life looks like right now, you can change it at any time, because my life looked completely different just a couple of months ago, and it's going to look completely different in a couple months from now also. So it's funny that that card came up when that's literally like one of my main goals. So I think it was also confirmation that I am in alignment with my divine path, because I wanted this already, and then I'm getting this confirmation that they want that for me as well. So that's nice. And then I got the purification card, and they said let go of what you no longer wish to hold on to. And I definitely think that I got rid of a lot of stuff before I came here, but there's definitely stuff that when I unpack, I'm probably still gonna have to get rid of more stuff. But they also said about stuff in my mind, and you know, I'm listening to affirmations, practicing gratitude, meditation, etc. So I definitely am in the process of detoxifying my mind, but it's also an ongoing process. But also, I'm perfect as I am. So, you know, duality. And then these are some of the affirmations that I pulled. It is easy for me to attract all that I need into my life. I do this by releasing and trusting that things are going to work out perfectly. Even when things do not seem to be working out, I choose to trust in life. Life is good to me. My patience is being rewarded. My turn will come soon. Life doesn't have to be perfect for me to choose happiness. Today I choose happiness. Nothing is impossible for the heart. Love will always find a way. I am valuable. Many people are thankful for my presence in their life. And I feel like that was a really beautiful place to end things off. I was just going to meditate after this and then watch some YouTube videos, because I'm really just waiting for the pod to get here today. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My little tidbit of spirituality for right now. Also, here's my journal. Isn't it so cute? This is one of my new journals. I actually got like 2 or 3 because for the first time, I finished a journal. I'm getting caught up. I used to use moleskin as my journal, and for some reason I never finished them. And then I started getting like these thick, like hardcover journals, and I finished them like it's like I think it's a book, and I just got to keep going. So I don't know. I finished that one, and so I got a few more hardcover ones because I was at this place that was selling journals that looked like my first one, and they had a bunch of just different covers, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna see these again, so I decided to get them. Not to have a lack mindset, it wasn't. My friend also got me them as a graduation gift, so it wasn't just me buying them for myself. But yeah, I really like this new journal. I'm really enjoying writing in it. This is the first time that I've had one that had like a magnetic cover. I just am not closing it because technically I'm probably not done writing. After I meditate, I'll probably write some more, but yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all this morning. I don't know what you're doing during this blue moon. I guess comment. Although I don't know when this is gonna be going up, because I have a few moving vlogs ahead of this that need to be edited and uploaded. So this probably will not be coming out near the blue moon, but I guess it will still be later. So I guess let me know, what did you manifest, or what were you working towards, or what are you currently working towards? And also, what tools do you use to manifest? I feel like I don't use the same method every time. But yeah, it's 11:43 now. I've been talking for way too long. But I love you guys, and I'll see y'all when the pod gets here.
Bye, y'all. I'm not gonna eat anything.
Girl dinner. Girl.
Yes!
Girl TV.
Oh no.
Well, I'm tired as heck from moving some stuff. I'm drenched in sweat, so I'm probably gonna need to take another shower. But I really didn't bring that much in. I brought in my rug, and then I brought in my altar and TV situation. Well, the TV doesn't usually sit on that. And then there's a bunch of stuff that we brought in downstairs for the kitchen and the living room, Quinn's room. Actually, Quinn's room looks so cool right now. Ta-da! She moved her bed. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. All of our friends and family are coming over tomorrow to help us. So we pretty much only cleared like the front. And I guess we're hoping for everybody else's help tomorrow. So As you saw, I'm just having a nice little girl dinner situation. I'm not really that hungry. We might make some chicken tenders later and french fries, but it's not giving meal. The meat that I pulled out for dinner isn't even defrosted, so I'm gonna end the vlog here for now, and I'll see you tomorrow when we actually unload more of the pod and hopefully all of the pod.